Okay, so this seems like a very strange day for me to be talking about what I'm about to talk about because it is an unusually cold day outside. However, what I want to talk to you about is whether or not Vermont is really too cold to live. Stay tuned. Probably the best decision I ever made was leaving Long Island for Burlington, Vermont about 40 years ago. Coming here has given me a much better appreciation for the role that I play in the world and how nature impacts my sense of well being. I've been a physician, an entertainer, a best selling author, and an international motivational speaker. And now I spend my time helping people achieve their dreams of home ownership. I'm Steve Taubman. Come with me as I show you the best of living the Northwestern Vermont lifestyle. Bernie and I often go down to a place called Durway Island, and in order to get there, it's a beautiful wooded area, but to get there, we've got to go around a bend and go past a sewage treatment plant. And so for about a minute, we get a whiff or a waft of that not very pleasant smell. And once we get in there, it's stunning and it's beautiful, and there's nobody there. And what I realized was that a lot of people are put off by this gate through which they need to pass and miss out on a lot. And that's exactly the same thing when it comes to Vermont weather, because we have the most beautiful place in the country, in my opinion, for many, many reasons, and it's just stunning. There's so much to do. The weather is really not that bad, and yet people think about the winters here. They immediately decide they don't want to be here because of those winters, and as a result, we get the place to ourselves. And so I'm trying to be a good guy and be an ambassador for letting people find the beauty of Vermont. And I want you to think about the cold of Vermont and the way you think about the cold of Vermont, very much like that 1 minute of unpleasant sensation that I need to pass through in order to get to a beautiful place. The reality is that Vermont has an average winter temperature, low of about 14, high of about 30 or 29. Boston has an average winter temperature, low of about 24, high of about 39. And New York has an average winter temperature, low of about 20 and high of about 39. And so the reality is that we're about 10 degrees colder, give or take a few degrees. And it's really something that you get used to very quickly. You dress for it, and that's the end of that. The reality is that once you get used to it, you find that there's so much more to do in the cold here. It's so much more beautiful. And if you're comparing the experience of being in the cold in New York City and the slush and all the misery of traffic and everything versus up here with the winter wonderland and the beauty of walking your dog through the woods, you'll realize that it's just remarkable. So I want to encourage you to not let the threshold, the gateway into Vermont, this perceived idea that it's just too cold, get in the way of your experience of coming here and enjoying the beauty of this incredible place.